Welcome back to Fox News at 4. A lot of parents and students have concerns about paying for college. It can be expensive. Well, now you have a chance to get some help. The deadline to apply for federal student aid is fast approaching. Alabama Possible Executive Director Christina Scott is in the studio to talk more about what you need to know. And this is a very exciting time as people are starting to look for colleges.
Exactly. Students are getting acceptance letters and families are having conversations about how to pay for college. And the most important thing when you're having that conversation is to make sure that you filled out your free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA. And if you're a student who's attending a four-year college, it's especially important that you get it done by March 1st, which is most Alabama colleges' priority financial aid deadline.
Okay, and that is fast approaching.
Indeed.
Listen, I want to talk about the qualifications for that because it can vary.
So the FAFSA comes up with a number for your financial need, but the biggest reason that families don't fill out the FAFSA is because they think they're going to make too much money to qualify for aid, and 80% of American undergraduate students get some form of federal financial aid that they get from filing their FAFSA. So every family should be filling it out. One expert says that any family that makes less than $250,000 a year should go ahead and fill out the FAFSA, because you don't know what you're missing out when you don't file it.
If people hear that number and they think $250,000.
Exactly. Every family that makes less than $250,000 a year should fill out their free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA. And for students who are attending a four-year school, or if they're at a Gear Up school where they'll get a tuition waiver, that needs to be done by March 1st in order to qualify for the maximum amount of aid.
Okay. Now talk about the other options too, because it's not just FAFSA.
Well, FAFSA is the gateway to a Pell Grant that can be up to $6,395 that can pay for an advanced manufacturing degree. It could pay to study philosophy at Harvard and doesn't have to be paid back. So that's a lot of money, and most Alabama high school seniors will qualify for some grant aid. It's a work-study job, so that's a job working on campus that's going to be a lot easier to have than a job working at a fast food restaurant or, some retail establishment. Working on campus is a lot easier. It's also access to student loans if you need them, that are federal student loans that can be forgiven. And a lot of college scholarships now require that you file your FAFSA, even if it's a merit-based scholarship. They want you to complete your FAFSA because they want to know that you're getting every single dollar that you can to pay for school, because they don't want you to go into debt. Exactly, and it all helps. And then some private scholarships will also require that you file the FAFSA. So just, I hope the message gets through. Just go ahead and do it.
Do it.
And
March 1st.
Particularly by March 1st for students attending a four-year college.
Okay. And take your time, right? This isn't something that you rush through.
You can get it done in about 45 minutes. Okay. There's lots of help out there. If you go to our website at castrocollegealabama.org or go straight to fafsa.gov, there's online help that you can get help to complete your financial aid form. You can talk to your school counselor or career coach. Most of them have some training around how to do the FAFSA. You can also call your college's financial aid office. And so take your time, get it right. Both parents and children will need their own email addresses. Don't use the one that you have from school, because it's going to change after you graduate, but both parents and students need to fill it out. You're going to use your 2018 taxes. So even though your family might be in the middle of doing your 2019 taxes, you're going to use the ones from 2018, and you can probably use what's called the IRS data retrieval tool. So it'll automatically populate the form, so you don't have to go figure out which tax form you filled out or how much that, in line 12, number A, what the number on it was. See if you can use the IRS data retrieval tool. That'll cut down on a lot of mistakes.
I like that you said, though, to use an email not connected to the school.
Precisely.
I don't think most people do that.
No, one of the number one issues we see over the summer is that students get locked out of their high school email and they can't get back into it. So you can go create a free Gmail address. It's one that you could use for all 4 years that you're in school if you transfer, or don't want to use your school email address, just have that Gmail address or Yahoo Mail or some other kind of mail address, and your parent and the student both need to have separate email addresses and separate logins to do the digital signature.
Sounds good. This was great information. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
And we're going to have it posted for you on our YouTube page, so that way you're able to look at it and share it with someone you know. Look for it shortly. And be sure to subscribe to our Fox 10 YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. Christina, thank you.
Thank you.